Nah, bruh. Nah, bro. We not doing this, Devin. Devin Haney tries to walk back his comments on Brian Norman Jr. He refuses to keep that same energy. And all of a sudden, Devin Haney fans, y'all ain't body language experts no more. Boy, y'all so goddamn on fake and fraudulent, man. Smash a like, sub to the channel, share the video. I'm live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. I'm also live Sunday mornings with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Join the channel as a member. Drop super chats and super thanks when you come by the live streams, the videos that we do. And if you want to debate, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email. Also, please join the channel as a member. Drop super chats when you come by the live streams that we do. And also hype up the video. You know what I mean? You can hit the like button. That everybody knows that. But what you can also do to help the channel is you can scroll over where you leave a comment, hit that hype button. It's free for you. You get 3 free hypes per week for everybody that's on YouTube. And if you use those on me, I really appreciate it because it increases my algorithm. It makes the channel more reachable for people looking for boxing talk content. And so it really, really helps me out a lot when you guys do that. So if you could, please do that for your boy. I appreciate y'all in advance. Now, let's get to it. So obviously I reacted to the weigh-in live yesterday. I mean the press conference live yesterday, and it was a great live stream. I had a great time. We're gonna be doing something similar today where I'm gonna react to the weigh-in of these fighters in their interviews during the weigh-in. So that's gonna be fun. I'm not gonna watch it beforehand to kind of rehearse my reactions. We're gonna just watch it live and react to it live so y'all can see how I be watching stuff when I be watching it behind the scenes. But a couple of takeaways from the press conference yesterday, bro, that I have to talk about. Number one, bro, Bill Haney, Brian Norman Sr., by far the highlight of the press conference. Bill Haney was clearly on some sort of narcotic. I don't care what y'all tell me, argue with yourself. I know somebody that's zooted up. I know somebody that's high when I see him, bro. Straight up. So, you know, I don't know how he got that in Saudi Arabia. But be careful, Bill, because they got stiff crimes out there, stiff laws out there. Be careful, man. Be careful, dog. But the main thing I want to focus on is Devin Haney and Brian Norman, because to me, that's the most interesting fight on the card. That part of the press conference should be the most watched part of the press conference. It was the most entertaining, and it was a lot of little nuggets in there. The two main things is Devin Haney ain't keep that same energy with Brian Norman, and Devin Haney looks scary as hell. He looks scary as hell at that face-off. Now, we know that face-offs don't always show what's going to happen in the fight, yet sometimes they do, so it's always important to talk about it. But first, keeping the same energy. Now all of a sudden, Brian Norman Jr. is a great fighter. Now all of a sudden, Brian Norman Jr. is a great fighter to Devin Haney. Now he's a great fighter to Devin Haney. Ain't that crazy? Before he was a bum, now he's a great fighter. Why you changing up energy, bro? You getting nervous? What the heck going on? And you could say, oh, he's just trying to get credit for when he beat Brian Norman Jr. But if that's the case, I'd believe it if I didn't see that face-off that we're about to talk about. But I found that very interesting. He went from calling that young man a bum to calling that man a great fighter before he even shared the ring with him. I could see if you shared the ring with him and he whooped your ass, and now you're like, okay, I thought this, but he really is that. That boy great. But no, that ain't what happened. What happened was he said, I'm calling him great, and I ain't even shared the ring with him yet. And I feel like it's because of the pressure. I feel like because he feeling the energy. I don't think he worried about credit. He ain't worried about credit. He worried about getting punched in his shit. He ain't worried about, yo, I just want the credit when I beat him. Nah, bro, I think he is worried about how he about to survive tomorrow, bro. Straight up. And you know, it's funny. Everybody says keep that same energy until it's a fighter that they love, or that they glaze, or that they knob gobble, or that they get on their knees for. Until that fighter doesn't keep that same energy, then now all of a sudden that don't matter. Now all of a sudden you want to understand nuance and context. And, oh, I mean, what you want him to say? What you want him to say? He's respecting his opponent. When he call him a bum, y'all got something to say. When he call him great, y'all got something to say. Yeah, because he just talking with one of them. Either he really thinks he's a bum and he's refusing to stand on it because he's worried about the outcome, or he really thought he was a great fighter and he was just trying to call him a bum to gas himself. Either way, you looking shaky out here. However you want to slice it, however you want to dice it. If you want to cut it as a square thin crust pizza, if you want to cut it as a New York slice type pizza, if you want to cut it as a deep dish pizza, if you want to cut it as a cake, if you want to cut it as a pie, however you want to slice this thing and dice this thing, he didn't keep the same energy, and one of them he didn't mean. One of them he was lying. So either he really think he a bum, but he's scared to stand on it in case he lose. He don't want to say he lost to a bum. Or he really believe he a great fighter and he was trying to give us fake confidence doing the face-off and he was shook. One or the other, you pick it. So that was huge to me. The other thing, bro, I think the biggest thing was the face-off. That face-off, bro. Devin Haney energy was so nervous, bro. And they was trying to play it off with this whole, oh, he got that bounce. You could hear in the behind the scenes footage, you could hear the people that was there with Devin saying, oh, that's that bounce right there. That's that bounce right there. And you could even hear, Bill Haney doing it. He was talking about how they got acclimated and whatever. He said, you know what that is? We got acclimated, blah, blah, blah. He said, yeah, that's that bounce right there. Brian Norman over there stiff. We got that bounce. We got that bounce. Number one, they did two stupid moves, in my opinion. Number one, if the Normans are smart, they'll pick up on the fact that the Haneys gave away their game plan. That bounce is moving. That bounce is movement. That bounce is to go around the ring. We already kind of know it was the worst kept secret in boxing what the game plan was going to be. Devin Haney fans like and Bill Haney himself, they like to get his fake aura of confidence leading into fights. You know what I'm saying? Like basically like Devin can do whatever he want to do with people. He's so good. He fights different ways. He does this, he does that. Man, listen, bro. Them boys know for a fact it's a bad day. It's a bad day trying to exchange with Brian Norman. They know for a fact it's a bad day sitting still for too long with Brian Norman, bro. They're going to have to play rabbit. They're going to have to play chicken, make Brian Norman chase him, bro. They just can't say that because everybody know that's a scary ass way to fight, especially when you talk how Devin Haney fans talk, you talk how Devin talks, and you talk how Bill talks. So when you bouncing like that and y'all got a whole thing where your people know that, okay, yeah, that's that bounce, and Bill Haney saying it before that, and then Devin Haney get the bouncing in the face off or whatever, you giving the ish away, bro. That your game plan is to bounce around, move around the ring. Number two, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. I can't wait to do these predictions, bro. You got to be careful because this is a fight where you don't want to be wasting a lot of energy if you're Devin Haney, bro. Wasted movement, wasted energy, psychologically, mentally, moving around the ring, wasting this shit. That could be your undoing, bro. It could make you tired as shit. It's tiring in boxing to have to be perfect because you're so worried about that one shot that could come and end your night. When you don't trust your chin, when you got PTRD, post-traumatic Ryan syndrome, bro, when you have that, you can expend a lot of energy. Nervous energy ain't good energy, bro. It makes you make mistakes. Just think about it. When you antsy, when you nervous, that's when people get into car wrecks. That's when people make mistakes at work. That's when people say the wrong thing at the wrong time without thinking before they talk because they nervous, they antsy. They all over the place. You don't want that type of energy. And that's what I saw in Devin Haney, bouncing around in Brian Norman Jr. face. You've never seen him do that before. It was just, it didn't look good, bro. It didn't look good mentally from a mental perspective. For Brian Norman Jr., he looked locked in, serious, ready to kill-ish, man. He ain't take his eyes off Devin. He wasn't moving. He looked like a stone cold killer in there. It's clear to me who nervous and who calm. It's clear to me who worried and who not. Straight up. And as far as like Devin Haney fans and content creators, I just wonder, like, all the body language experts out there, man. Everybody that was saying, you know, oh, look at Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia in the face-off. Devin Haney about to whoop him. Devin Haney was barking at him. Devin gonna do this. Oh, look how Devin Haney pushed Lomachenko. He gonna whoop that boy. He gonna do this to Loma. He gonna do that to Loma. Now all of a sudden, I guess face-offs don't matter. Now the vibe is face-offs don't matter. That be my thing with people, bro. Face-offs don't matter to people until the person that they want to win or the person they rooting for look bad in the face-off or look scary in the face-off. And then the way Devin turned around from Brian Norman Jr., it's like he couldn't get out of there quick enough, man. Then when he was looking to the crowd, looking to his fans or whatever, that's when he beat his chest. That when he did his ish like this, man, you should have been doing that in Brian Norman's face. You can be confident with them, they rooting for you. You can be confident with them, you ain't gotta fight them. But to be doing that, bro, that shit looked nervous, man. That looked bad. That looked like it could get a lot worse than a lot of people think. Cause if you that bouncy and herky-jerky and jittery and shit in a mere face-off, what you gonna be when them lights turn on? It ain't no headgear. It's 8-ounce gloves. This dude really coming to knock your block off. And you really gotta try to evade punches. You really got to fight that you gotta fight in. And now it's real. What you gonna do then? How much bouncing around you gonna do then? And I know Devin Haney always comes in great shape. I'm not saying he out of shape, but I'm telling you, nobody, not a single fighter that's ever existed, not a single one, can be in a position where they're expending nothing but nervous energy in the fight. Nothing but antsy-ass, anxious energy in the fight. You getting your goose cooked, bro. You getting your goose cooked when you do that ish, man. So I'm very, very, very interested. Obviously, to me, Brian Norman Jr. and Brian Norman Sr. whooped Bill Haney and Devin Haney's tail in that face-off. I'm talking about cooked, overcooked, deep fried. Badly, bro. Badly. What does that mean for the fight? We'll find out in about 24 hours. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment below, smash the like, sub to the channel. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.